Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Chris Betts. We begin with severe thunderstorm warnings that are active right now and more heavy rain set to come our way later tonight. KVUE Storm Team meteorologist Albert Ramon tracking those storms. What's going on right now, Albert?
Well, this is a thunderstorm activity that's firing along a frontal boundary, and it's encountering a very humid and hot atmosphere. We've felt it all weekend long, and that front is tapping into that severe weather threat. Let's talk about these severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect from portions of Burnett County into the northwest corner of Williamson County. This is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing 60-mile-per-hour winds as well as 1-inch hail. There's a couple of hail cores here and there to the north of Liberty Hill and back off to the south of Bertram, also moving to the southeast at about 15 miles per hour, if not a little bit slower. So some intense rainfall in this part of Williamson County. Also some really heavy rainfall south of Marble Falls in the Round Mountain area, northern areas of Blanco County. This is a severe thunderstorm warning also in effect until 6 o'clock. A little bit of hail right along Highway 281 in Johnson City, and there's a thunderstorm activity extending back off towards the west from there. Again, this thunderstorm activity firing along a frontal boundary. That front is sliding to the southeast, so you will be impacted if you're here in Austin and also eastern counties. A severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 o'clock. We'll update those warnings for you a little bit later on. Let's check in with some of this thunderstorm activity. Liberty Hill and the KVUE Storm Chaser. That's where we find Jason Puckett. And Jason, you just had that severe storm go right on top of you. What'd you see?
Yeah, hey Albert, we are here on the north side of Liberty Hill right now, actually headed back in towards town. You're exactly right. We watched that front move right over us. Pretty mild right where we were sitting. It just started with some pretty heavy rain, no hail or anything of the sort, a lot of lightning. I'm going to flip you around right now so you can see we're actually driving east right now towards 183, which we're going to take south towards town. You can see right now we're just experiencing some mild rain. About 5 minutes ago or so, maybe 10 minutes, very heavy rain in this area that did sweep through. It has lightened up a little bit right now, but we are on the tail end of that right now trying to catch up. So we will be here in the Storm Chaser bringing you updates as we get back caught up with the rest of that front. Albert?
All right, thank you. Memorial weekend, no stranger to severe weather. This past week marked the second anniversary of the deadly Memorial Day floods. Riverfront communities across central Texas were destroyed, mainly Wimberley in the Blanco River and San Marcos, as heavy rain swept away homes and killed a dozen people. Several others died from related storms in Travis and Williamson counties. So don't forget you can keep track of the weather with the KVUE app. There's an interactive radar so you can watch when the storms are over your area, and the KVUE meteorologists have severe extras to keep you up to date. Make sure to tune into our Facebook page as well. Albert and Lene Meyer will be up on our Facebook Live to give you continued coverage as these storms pop up in our viewing area. And less than 2 days left in this regular legislative session, and lawmakers are focusing on their top priorities. This afternoon, Texas House members hosted a press conference to talk about theirs. Then Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick fired right back. KVUE's Aaron Jones joins us now live from the Capitol. Aaron, it's been a pretty heated few days there.
It really has, Chris. Today, representatives took the podium stressing the House has done its job on all Sunset Commission-related matters, but the Senate hasn't. They focused on SB 1929, which passed in the House 147-1, saying the Senate is jeopardizing Texans by choosing not to pass this language.
It is the Texas Senate who is playing games with the health and safety of the people of Texas. Senate Bill 1929 is just the latest example of what we've said.
And SB 1929 would extend the life of 5 state agencies that were scheduled to expire under the state's Sunset Commission review process, including the Medical Board. On the Senate side, Patrick has threatened to block the bill to force a special session, saying last week he would force the overtime if the House doesn't approve a bathroom bill and property tax legislation. Today, he said the House members are actually hurting themselves by waiting to do an entire session of work in the last 20 days.
The only way to fix this is with a special session. The House has failed to pass the sunset bills that they were supposed to pass, that they agreed to pass. They have sent over fixes that don't work. And honestly don't seem to understand the gravity of the mistakes that they made in managing their own calendar. We can only run the Senate. They've got to run the House.
And members of the Senate say that the House, say the ball is now in the Senate's court. It appears the Lieutenant Governor believes a special session is coming. Chris?
Thank you, Aaron. The trip of a lifetime today for veterans here in Austin who have served our country. A patriotic send-off for 25 veterans at Austin Bergstrom International Airport this morning. All of them are flying to Washington, D.C. for free thanks to Honor Flight Austin. And all of them are Purple Heart recipients from World War II, Korea, and Vietnam.
It's not about car sales or barbecues. It's about honoring those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice. It's about, for us today, taking 25 Purple Heart recipients to visit and experience the memorials that was built for them.
Tomorrow morning, they will attend a solemn ceremony in Arlington National Cemetery. It's a very powerful experience, and according to organizers, it's on the bucket list for many of those flying to D.C. Then those veterans will return to Austin. If you would like to welcome them home, they arrive back at ABIA on Memorial Day. That's tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Police across central Texas, including here in Austin, working to keep drunk drivers off of the roads, especially during Memorial Day weekend. It's part of the department's no refusal initiative. And during these no refusal periods, officers can get a warrant to draw your blood from any suspected drunk driver who refuses a breath test. No refusal runs through June 12th from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. It's a good reminder to drive alive, Austin. Please do not drink and drive. Memorial Day weekend brings in some of the largest crowds to Lake Travis. Today, hundreds celebrated by boats and jet skis, despite the fact that the sun hasn't really been out all day. Just for fun, and Daybreak Boat Rentals staffed up for Austinites and out-of-towners. They've been signing people up non-stop since Saturday. People traveled from places like Houston and all the way from Seattle, ready to enjoy central Texas weather, even if it lacked all that sunshine we're known for.
It's so humid out that it feels really good just to jump in. It's relaxing.
It brings everyone together. It brings everyone together as a family.
Still looks like a lot of fun. Daybreak staff said at noon they were already at 80 signups. They also say this is the biggest weekend for boat rental shops outside of the 4th of July. Let's hope they stay dry out there as those storms move through.